the Thar has gotten a refresh for 2025, and it seems like it's addressed a few of the issues people had, but the core issues that people had, from what I'm hearing, it hasn't changed. And I'll get to that, but before that, I don't think anyone who's buying a Thar is gonna care about any of the issues or any of the lack of stuff that the car has, because the Thar, the whole point of buying a Thar, I feel like, is to represent yourself in a way that, well, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a statement. That's why people buy a Thar. It looks big, it looks massive, it has serious road presence, and it looks good. And a lot of people want that kind of look for their car, and they're willing to pay a lot of money for it. Now, that's not really an excuse for not having features, considering that the price of the Thar, depending on the variant, it can get pretty high. And you do need features there. But yeah, the people who are buying this car, I don't think they really care that much about it. And even till now, the 3-door Thar, I feel like it's really selling well. And since it's got a smaller engine, not a smaller engine, but it's probably a less powerful engine, the price did go down. And because of that, more people are buying it, the two-wheel drive version of it. But yeah, let's focus on the refresh now. Now, it's the Thar has, Mahindra has, well, it's kind of addressed a lot of the issues. Well, this minor issues, and mainly I'm talking about the feature set, because the Thar, for the kind of vehicle it is and the price it was at, it didn't really have the features to go along with it, and some of it's fixed, I guess. Now the new Thar has a rear wiper, which is awesome and definitely necessary for a car like that. It has a rear view camera which is attached to the spare wheel somehow. I don't know how that works, how we're gonna remove the spare wheel, but it has that. It has a bigger touchscreen, a center touchscreen. I think it's 10 point something inches, which is awesome. You kind of need that stuff in 2025 for all the connectivity features and all that. And well, what else have they changed? What features have they changed? I'm trying to think of it, but honestly, I didn't really notice any of this stuff before because I didn't really care. I'm one of those people who like the Thar just for the presence. If I had the money to just spend on a car and not think about it, I would probably buy the Thar. And probably keep a smaller car around to use on every other occasion. That's what I would do. And I feel like that's what most people who are buying a Thar would be thinking. But yeah, it has more features now, which is awesome. But the main issues of the Thar, it's still there. And well, one of them, I suppose Mahindra could fix, and that's the suspension. And I guess it's probably not as easy as we can think, because the way the body is designed, the frame, the chassis, and all that, it might be a bit more difficult to do that. I don't know. But yeah, that's something that Mahindra needs to do, and they haven't really addressed that, because the Thar, well, a lot of people who are riding the backseat of the Thar, they don't really like it. It doesn't feel all that settling. So yeah, that's an issue. But there is another big issue, and that's something the Thar, I don't see any way the Thar can fix that. And that's the fact that you have to climb up and climb in to get into the back seat. It's not really an easy process for the 3-door version, I mean. Because of the way that the car's designed, the fact that it's a 3-door, and especially considering that when older people are trying to get in, it's more difficult to get into the car. I mean, this is an SUV if you think about it, and likely people are going to be taking the family members along when they go traveling in this car for a long distance, and there are going to be parents or older relatives or some people like that who are really going to struggle getting into this car. It's a huge problem, and that's not something that the Thar design can really address, so I don't really feel like I can criticize that. And yeah, it's a problem. What can I say? Now, is the Thar still gonna sell well? Of course. People want the look of the car, and I don't know what the exact new price is after all the GST cuts and all that, but I'm hearing something that the Thar's base starting price is gonna be at 10 lakhs ex showroom or something. Now, if that's the case, that's actually a pretty good deal for the car. Now, I'm wondering what features that the base model won't have compared to the higher end models, the new features. But if they manage to put all these new features into the base model, I think it's still really compelling. And it will make people want to buy the Thar even more. I mean, some of the problems it had that people complained about, it's gone. So, yeah, I think people are going to be buying this car even more now, and it's going to be an even bigger success. So yeah, the new Thar, even though the changes are a little average, it's a Thar. Nobody really cares. The people who are gonna buy it are gonna buy it, unless they're gonna bring out a complete redesign in a couple of years or something. I don't see any reason why people wouldn't keep buying it. And this is the kind of vehicle that where you don't really need a redesign. It's a classic kind of design. So yeah, it can go on for another decade easily, I feel like, as long as there's some tiny tweaks here and there. So yeah, that's what I think of the new Thar. It's still a Thar, and people are still gonna buy it. So I guess this review I'm making isn't really that important. So yeah.